What is going on, guys? Predator45 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Armored Warfare. And let me just quickly tell you, it is so freaking hot in Johannesburg, South Africa right now. It is 10:30, 11 o'clock at night when I'm recording this intro quickly, and it is like 25-30 degrees Celsius still. No wind, no breeze, no nothing. It's just a suffocating heat. So I haven't played much tonight. It's just too damn hot. So, on to Armored Warfare's video for today, and we are going to be looking at the Tier 4 main battle tank in Wolfie tech tree. Let's go to there. It's for the Leopard line, the German, largely Leopard line. I mean, you do have this, which is clearly not a Leopard. Not one of my favorite tanks, to be honest. It's not bad. It's pretty good mobility. Pretty good gun, no real armor whatsoever on the hull. As you can see, she is fully upgraded, with the exception of the high explosive plastic and one cash packet, but 70% of the way to the Leopard 1A5. I don't really want this tank. I don't really want the OF-40, but I think the 6 and above, the Leopards are pretty good, so I do want those. Commander, level 5 Philip Holtzclaw, level 3 crew. We run mostly heat. In fact, in the two games you're going to see, I don't think I fire any armor piercing. As for the retrofits, we've got experimental propellant Mark 1, internal hull reinforcement Mark 1, the air induction pre-cleaner Mark 1, and the augmented optics. So quickly onto some of the details about this tank. 1478 hit points with the hull reinforcement, and as you can see, absolutely no armor on the hull. 70mm on the front, 35 on the sides, and 20 at the rear. Turret is where it gets a lot better. 200 on the front, 180 on the sides, and 95 at the back. So again, this is one of those tanks you very much want to go hull down in, if at all possible. It's not really a frontline main battle tank that pushes back the enemy. This is the one that sits behind them, supporting them, letting them take the damage for you. Anyways, top speed of 59.4 kilometers an hour, 6.7 acceleration to 32, so not bad, as I said. Fairly light tank, I imagine, considering that they didn't need to put any armor on it. Camouflage 0.1, and vision range of 388.75. You know, main battle tank, what are you going to do? Reload time of 6.69 seconds. Pretty good. Accuracy spread of 0.09 degrees. Again, pretty good. And then targeting time of 2.13 seconds. Again, pretty good. So you do have quite a few things that make up for the lack of armor. Good mobility, good gun, reload, aiming time, all of that. And if you can get this thing hull down, they are pretty tough to deal with. But you don't want to be pushing. You don't really want to be exposing the front of your tank. But anyways, we've got two games coming up. The first game is a live commentary, and the second game is a post commentary, because the second game was actually the first game I played in the night, and I just recorded it. I didn't do any commentary. But anyway, so let's hop off to the games and see how we can do in this little Italian main battle tank. Alright, and welcome to the OF-40. This is something that I keep wanting to call the QF-40. Kind of misread the name back in early access, and I've always just kind of stuck with that name. Now I am going to head in this direction, go under the freeways to that passage on the far right of the map. Now normally I am one to advocate, you know, if you spawn not in the left spawn, go to the left side of the map, right spawn, right side of the map. But I just really haven't had much luck with main battle tanks over on the left, at least when you start on this side, so I'm going to come over here where things have been better for me. We can already see a couple of enemy vehicles. They got another OF-40. Kind of want to see if I can get up here, get into some cover, and provide some fire support for my teammates down a little bit further forward. Let them maybe take a little bit of damage. But we got no one spotted. I don't want to get in the way of this LAV. It's knocking over trees. And I really don't see anyone. Oh, there's an OF-40 behind my teammate. And I think he was just spotted there. Might have had a shot. Another OF-40 sitting here next to me. I think we're going to move up now a little bit more, and see, if we pick the wrong moment to move forward, we will take a lot of damage, because as I said, there's no hull armor on this thing. So I think it should be safe to move up. These guys spotting up here, if there was any threat to us, immediate threat, we would have seen it. And we did have a shot briefly on that guy, but I never saw the outline of the tank. We are now spotted for the first time. Who do we have a shot on? That OF-40. Get a heat shell into his side, do 353 damage. He is now pulling back a little bit, and we'll get one onto that guy. Target destroyed, 413 damage to secure our first kill, and the first kill of our team actually. And here is a T64. He hits us for 408. We put a heat shell into his cupola and only do 137. I have said that you put a heat shell into a cupola before you do get full damage, but I don't know if it was a bug, as I said at the time, because it seems to be happening less now. Unless you can somehow manage to like hit them right at where the cupola meets the turret, then you might get a commander hit or something. Do we have a shot on any of these guys? Incoming Arty, but we are under the bridge, so we should be good, and indeed we were. We have a shot on anybody. We have a shot on this guy, on this BMP, but he backs off before we can zero in our gun. T64 is spotted again. Unfortunately, we don't have a penetrating hit. We'll try with our heat, and we get 388 damage. And this guy, he was tracked. Unfortunately, he has repaired that. Good move by him. Otherwise, he would have been very dead. So, we have broken through on this flank. 13-9. We've done just under 1300 damage already. So, we are quite close to already out, doing more damage than the total number of hit points, which is always nice. And normally I wouldn't charge out here, excuse me, like this, because there's always a lot of tank destroyers hiding up just outside their spawn, but there were enough AFVs and that went out first, so that I knew it was safe. And we have now been spotted by somebody. Shot on that T64, but now he's unspotted. I want to head into town, and he's back again. So swing fire, take a shot, 237 damage. We will take it. There's that T64. We get a shot into him. We can indeed. 348 damage, and we track him. But now we got two targets in front of us. It looks like an OF-40 and a Sheridan. We have a shot on the Sheridan. We did, but I don't know what that shell hit. Take an ATGM from the swing fire, pop smoke, and I think now it's time to move forward into this town. There's the Sheridan again, I think. Just going to try and push around the side, and this thing is quite nice and mobile for our main battle tank. We have a shot on Mr. Sheridan. No, unfortunately not. And here we got a shot, take it, and it hits something other than the Sheridan. He's pushing forward, we're going to reverse back. We can take a hit here, so I am going to push out. Do 430 damage, we took 471 in return. But actually now I probably shouldn't have done that, because now I am a one-shot kill for him. Actually made a bit of a mistake there. When I glanced down, I thought I had more health left than I did. Did 430 damage. He is now a one-shot kill for us. We are ready. We take the shot, 284, and that's kill number 2. We've done 3,000 damage. All that's left is this QF-40, and unfortunately we're just not going to be able to do... Actually, no, bam. There we go. So let's head off to the results. So not a bad little game, not exactly textbook how to play this tank, but still did rather well. Yeah, enjoyed that quite a lot, and pretty decent results, although unfortunately we didn't come first on the team, which makes me rather sad. But anyways, we got 1800 reputation, so pretty good, 93,000 credits, let's call it that. We did just over 3,000 damage, got 3 kills, and spotted 5 enemy vehicles. 400 points behind that Lav, who came first place on damage and spotting. So yeah, he was about 800 points ahead of us. First place on the enemy team was a Swingfire with 2,140. So, I enjoyed that little game. This can be a fun tank, fairly quick, so let's hop off and find another game. Alright, and welcome to the second game. Now, this game was actually the first game of the night that I played in the OF-40. It was actually earlier than the game you guys just watched. So I just, I was just recording, I didn't do commentary. And it was kind of the best of the rest kind of games. I didn't have anything after that match you just saw that I was happy with. So we're just going to do some post-commentary over this one. And we are on Lost Island. Not one of my particular favorites. But anyways, we're going to kind of move forward to this nice little hull down position. We are fairly well protected from incoming fire from the front by this rock. And most of our side is also covered in case any AFVs or light tanks or anything like that have decided to venture into those little island chains, because they do so love to go there. As you can see, we've got a Sheridan and a BMD-1 moving down in the J line on the minimap. We're just waiting to see if they spot anything, because obviously we are as blind as a bat. And yeah, I was just basically taking my time at this point, because far too often I've sat here for a little bit, not seen anything, moved forward, and then get wrecked by people camping out, and just sitting around outside of my view range and waiting for someone to come to them. So we decide to get moving, and this time I move up to this little position. This one's obviously not as good, because I can fully cover my tank when I'm not firing, but if I want to shoot at someone, I do have to completely expose myself. Fortunately, we do not have a shot at this LAV 300, and there's also a swing fire back there. Just kind of sitting here right now, hoping that BMD and Sheridan push up, and there we can just see him briefly. We could have taken a shot there, but I hesitated a little bit because I wanted to see where he was going, and he landed up going in the wrong direction for me to make that shot count. And obviously firing would have just given my position away, so it was probably a good thing that I rather didn't. But now he exposes himself, take a shot, 347 damage, and we injure his gunner, and now we are indeed spotted. So I back up behind the safe, loving embrace of this bunker, I guess you'd say. We're not spotted anymore, so we're going to switch sides and try and peek out the other side, see what we can see on this side. Just kind of looking around, we don't have a lot of support. There's a BMP-1 behind me, and then obviously that BMD and the Sheridan on our left flank. But yeah, about now I kind of get sick and tired of sitting behind rocks. Most of the action seems to be taking place in other areas, so we are going to move up into this airfield area, where we're finally going to get to do a little bit more than shoot at a single tank destroyer. And we've got this T-64 fall. We take a shot, but unfortunately it impacts on the hanger. We are in a fairly good position here because we are relatively held down. Take another shot. That one penetrates for 416 damage. A little bit of lag, and the T-64 is gone. And here we got a BMD-1. Just going to try and see if we can get a shot on him. He is potentially a one-shot kill if we get a high damage roll. He takes a shot at us, misses. I'm just looking around to see if there's any area of his vehicle that is exposed. Fortunately, there isn't really. And there's a little bit of lag, which nearly screwed me because I started moving up as he was like about to fire a ATGM. And I think it impacted my track, but it didn't actually knock the track out. Here we got another OF-40. We hit him, damages ammo rack, do 401 damage, and immediately back behind cover. We ready again, take another shot. He manages to penetrate, but he's using armor piercing, so he only does 229 damage, whereas we did 360, I think. We try a shot there to see if we can get through the sort of upper front plate. Unfortunately, that one is a little bit tougher. Try to take a snapshot before he goes around the little rock there, but no joy. And just looking to see if we can get shots on anyone. And that OF-40 presents himself just as we kind of drive down into this little ditch, and unfortunately we lose the shot. So flanking around now, see if we can get a hit on this guy into his lower plates, I guess you could say. We penetrate for 405. He bounces. We will obviously reload first, but he's not really sticking around. We take the shot anyway, do critical track damage, but not enough to finish off his last 100 health. But there we go, we penetrate and finish him off for kill number 1. Actually, I thought I did have another kill, but no. And now all that's left is this OF-40, who's pretty much on full health, and their artillery, I believe, who is camping somewhere. But still, again, over 2,000 damage, only received 229 in return. So we're just trying to see if we can get into position to maybe take a shot into this OF-40, but it is not to be. And yeah, I think that's actually pretty much it for this replay, or for this video. The LAV, or the AFVs and that go, and light tanks go and hunt down the artillery, and I think they are able to get it before the match ends by capping. But anyways, let's hop off to the results and see how our second match of this video went. And yeah, we have the results of our second game, which was actually my first game. But yeah, different order for this video. Not bad, not terribly brilliant, but you know, 2,971 reputation on the double, 7,500,000 credits, just over 2,000 damage, 559 spotting damage, and 4 spots. We came third place on the team for reputation. And second place for damage. That OF-40, 3,700 damage, so very well done to him. But yeah, not my favorite tank, but you do need to get through it if you want to progress up the Leopard line, and some of the higher tier Leopards are probably very much worth the grind. But anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Armored Warfare content, as well as World of Warships, War Thunder, and a few other things from time to time. But yeah, as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.